Welcome, everyone. You may be seated. Would you please join with me in a moment of silent reflection as we give thanks for the many, many blessings in our lives. Thank you. So when we come together for a college graduation, it's certainly a time to celebrate personal achievement, but it's also a wonderful occasion to celebrate family. So we are so thankful for all the family members who have supported our graduates. But we know that families are not just the people we're related to, it's all the special people that we choose to have in our lives. So we give thanks today for our dear friends, our professors, our advisors. Where would we be without all the people in our lives who give us love and support? And today, your Laurel Ridge family is so very proud of you. You've traveled many roads to get here. For some, the road's been pretty straight and pretty smooth. And for others, the road has been much longer with some unexpected detours, but you got here. And whatever road you choose next, there are 3 things that I hope you will do. Be proud of how far you've come. Have faith in how far you can go. And don't forget to have fun along the way. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Laurel Ridge student, Ricky White. Please stand if you're able for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see? Early light, what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars was so gallantly streaming, and the rockets crackling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated.
Thank
thank you, Ricky, for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem, and thank you, Lee, for your thoughtful reflection. Distinguished guests, proud family members, friends, and the graduating class of 2024, on behalf of the College Board, faculty, and staff, I would like to welcome you to the 53rd commencement exercises of Laurel Ridge Community College. My name is Kim Blosser, and I am very honored to serve as the 5th president of the college. This is a wonderful day of celebration and my favorite time of the year. This is what it's all about, recognizing our outstanding graduates and the hard work that has brought them to this point. Laurel Ridge Community College serves over 12,000 individuals annually at our Fauquier and Middletown campuses, at our Luray Page County Center, in local high schools, and in area businesses. Each spring, commencement exercises are held to recognize the successful conclusion of hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication from students. For college personnel, this is the event that brings us our greatest satisfaction and pride. For most of our students, completing their college experience was not a solo effort. So graduates, and this year, in total, there are 1,003 of you. Please express your thanks and appreciation to your families and friends for their support by standing up, turning around, and seeing if you can locate your family and giving them a big round of applause. Thank you, graduates. I will now introduce our distinguished platform party and special guests. These individuals give selflessly of their time and energy to make Laurel Ridge Community College the great place it is. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Platform party, please stand as I call your name and remain standing until all members are introduced. Members of the Laurel Ridge Community College Board: Mike Wanger, Board Chair representing Rappahannock County; James Wells, representing Warren County; Brandon Monk, representing Frederick County; our college administration: Chris Coots, our Fauquier Campus Provost and Vice President of Communications and Planning; Caroline Wood, our Associate Vice President of Student Services and Academic Support; and Laurel Ridge graduating student and commencement speaker, Jason Dolan. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. Graduates, let me first congratulate you on being here today. We are so very proud of you. Many of you are the first in your family to graduate from college. Others represent the latest generation of graduates for your family. I know that many of you, your journey to this special day has required you to overcome many obstacles that have been placed in front of you, but you have overcome them all, and now you're a graduate. What we know about students who complete a college credential is that above all, it takes resilience and perseverance. There are many very smart students who never finish, not because they couldn't do the work, but ultimately because other challenges prevented them from completing. So thank you for your resilience, and grace, and compassion that you've demonstrated while being a student here at Laurel Ridge. Whatever your journey entailed, and wherever it takes you next, you have earned this moment. As we have been planning this special day for you and your family, I was reminded of the words Steve Jobs shared in a commencement speech he gave nearly 20 years ago when he said, Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love. And that is as true for your work as it is for those you love. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. Those of us here today and those who have been part of your journey at Laurel Ridge are blessed to love what we do because you represent the great work that we do. Our wish for you today is that you now have the knowledge and skills to go and do what you love. We are so happy to have you as part of our Laurel Ridge alumni family, and we can't wait to see what great work you do in your future. Congratulations, graduates. One of the greatest assets that the college has is our faculty. Quality instruction is at the heart of what we do. When I call your name, I would like for our faculty marshals to please stand and be recognized. Associate Professor of Information Systems Technology, Art Lee. Professor of Economics, Jim Rumball. Assistant Professor of History and Humanities, Nicole Martin. And Professor of History, Curtis Morgan. These faculty marshals have taught at Laurel Ridge a combined total of 120 years. At this time, would the faculty please stand? Students, since this may be the last time you can express your gratitude to our outstanding teaching faculty for their commitment and dedication to helping you succeed, providing you with a positive learning environment and challenging you to think critically, would you join me in recognizing them and thanking them for their part in your success? You may be seated. Each year, the college honors faculty and staff members with the elite distinction of Emeritus. The purpose of this honor is to recognize faculty and staff members' exceptional service and contributions to the college. Honorees must be retired persons of full-time faculty or staff rank with more than 10 years of community college service. A listing of this year's honorees is included on page 26 of your program. We congratulate them and thank them for many years of supporting our college mission. The college also presents awards to citizens who have contributed in a variety of ways to foster the mission of the college. And we present College Board medallions in recognition of leadership, scholarship, and service. You will see the list of medallion recipients on pages 29 and 30 of your program. I encourage you to read their bios and congratulate these individuals and their family members when you see them in your community. This past week, academic awards were presented to recipients at their respective campus student awards and recognition celebrations. You will find the list of recipients beginning on page 12 of your program. At this time, I would like all students who were recognized at one of the academic award or student leadership ceremonies to please stand and be recognized. Congratulations, you may be seated.
Good afternoon, I'm Caroline Wood, and I have the honor of introducing today's student speaker, Jason Dolan. Jason is jumping from one demanding, life-saving career to another as he graduates from our registered nursing program today. He has spent more than 15 years leading up to this point as a firefighter paramedic, the last 10 years of which were as a frontline paramedic and preceptor for new medic students in Fairfax County. Prior to moving to Virginia, Jason had worked as a firefighter paramedic, including as a flight medic in Arizona, a Washington State native. He worked as a sound engineer for musical groups and movie and TV productions in Los Angeles before embarking on his first responder career. Despite his busy life, Jason managed to serve as an officer with Phi Theta Kappa and as president of the Middletown chapter of the Student Nurses Association. He hopes to continue to stay involved with the Virginia Nurses Association and plans to run for a director-at-large, recent graduate position next year. In the meantime, Jason will be working in the intensive care unit at WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center. He plans to earn his bachelor's degree in nursing from West Virginia University. Eventually, Jason hopes to become a nurse practitioner, focusing on critical care medicine and on bridging the gap between definitive care and pre-hospital providers through education and training. Please welcome Jason Dolan.
Wow, there's a lot of people here. We'll get through it together, I promise. Okay. My name is Jason Dolan, as that very gracious introduction was provided. Thank you. My name is Jason Dolan. I was the president of the Student Nurses Association and a Middletown graduate of the RN program here at Laurel Ridge. I realized that healthcare is a series of timelines starting with your initial training. We just got through the basics. It's to get you proficient to pass your license and exams. Your patients have a timeline as well, from the moment they call 911 or enter a doctor's office to stepping foot into a hospital or being flown out in a helicopter. But this is just the start. We keep moving forward. We set a goal, we pass a test, we move towards those licenses and certifications. But the most important thing about this field, healthcare as a whole, is the impact you have on people. Something as simple as a conversation or a warm blanket can make all the difference in the world. Heck, sometimes the conversation can feel like a warm blanket. The reason if most, if not all of us got into this field was because we enjoy helping people. The real reason is because we get to connect with people who need our help. We can leave a lifelong impact on a spouse, a family, or even inspire others to join the field of healthcare. Most of us have had a recent doctor's visit for a procedure. It may be for something big or small. What stands out, typically, is how we're treated. I'm not talking about the actual medical treatment of the patient, but the treatment on a personal level. We all play a role, never forget that. In the case of an ICU nurse, it might be dealing directly with family only. Our medical lab technicians report back critical lab values after the tests that they run. Those values drive care, catching details that can truly save a life. For surgical techs or those in the field of dentistry, you may have a conversation to lighten the mood or ease the nerves of a very fearful, very vulnerable person. For our EMS providers, you might be reassuring a family that you're taking care of. You might be reassuring a family that you're taking the best care of someone's family member on the worst day of their lives. For physical therapy, you might be helping through a long, arduous process. One second. Of course I did. Of getting their lives back. There we are, back on track. Sorry about that. One of our faculty members asked me a pretty poignant question while I was talking with him about career advice. Professor John Sykes. Actually, round of applause for John Sykes, who just got his doctorate from VCU. Dr. John Sykes asked me, why did you decide to become a nurse? The reason he asked me is I already have a career in fire and EMS, and adding a nursing career to my already hectic schedule is a monumental undertaking. As a paramedic, I see a small window of time where a lot of change can be made, sometimes life-altering. This change is important, but it's a fraction of what that person, the patient, the entire focus of our work revolves around. So my answer, finally, to Professor Sykes' question is simple. I'm becoming a nurse for my patients, for the people that I treat. I want my impact to last longer on that timeline of care, and I think that's why we all entered healthcare. The people. What I knew back then was seen as an amazing and helpful idea, but what I learned from my instructors and classmates means just as much in the big picture of that timeline of care. Checking a set of vital signs, placing an EKG properly, or an IV in the right place might be second nature to me after 15 years, but something as simple as changing linens or bed baths with minimal effort was a skill I'd not been exposed to. My classmates truly taught me how to do that correctly. When I got into the program, I used to tell people I know a little bit about a little bit, to which they'd be incredibly gracious and reply, "Oh, come on, your experience has to be huge for nursing school." And they're not wrong. It did. It played a huge role. I survived the courses, but more importantly, it was learning what I could from my instructors and all of you, my classmates. Starting a career in healthcare is no small undertaking, and they're all really incredible people, every single one of them. But the ones that stand out to me are the mothers jumping into a massive undertaking of getting a career in healthcare. The people that decided to turn their professional life upside down and take on a 2-year program to be that proverbial change. Imagine working and going to school and taking care of children and trying to find time to have dinner with your significant other. It's truly a village raising the next generation of providers. And on that note of the village, I'd like to thank all of you sitting here today. To all the significant others, the kids, the parents, the families, the spouses, especially mine, who gets really embarrassed when I point her out in public, thank you. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for understanding our long days at clinical, the short turnaround to the next clinical, our constant need to study, thanks Nurse Mike. Thank you. You're just as responsible for our success as we are embarking on our first, second, or even third career. So in closing, I'd like to quote a great philosopher, Mr. Rogers. When I was a boy and I'd see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, "Look for the helpers. You'll always find people who are helping." There's a difference to how this quote applies to the graduates sitting here. You've now become the helpers. You're the ones that people are going to turn to. You're going to look around at some point during your first year and realize, I need an adult. And that's up to you. You're the adults now. It's a lot of weight, but you're willing to carry it. You're going to think it's scary, but that's a good thing. You're in that position for a reason, and you're now a helper. Embrace it. You got through all the training and all the tests, all those long nights, and all the select all that apply questions. All the certification exams and assessments, you're ready. You're ready to be a helper. So, to the class of 2024, congratulations. Now let's move forward on that timeline and put this training to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason, for that inspiring message. So would the student graduates please rise and remain standing? I'd like to describe the regalia that you see some of the graduates wearing. Students who are graduating with honors are wearing a gold cord on their left shoulders. And you will see a description of the various honors on page 33 in your program. Graduates who have earned membership in Phi Theta Kappa, which is the International Honor Society of the 2-year college, are wearing a Phi Theta Kappa stole and a gold tassel. And today you will also see graduates with red, white, and blue honors cords. These cords honor our student veterans. We celebrate their achievement and we thank them for their service. Other graduates are wearing gold medallions. The Governor's Scholar Medallion recognizes academic achievement of a student who has earned a degree or certificate in general education. Now it's the exciting part. Madam President, on recommendation of the faculty of Laurel Ridge Community College, I present to you candidates who are to receive degrees and certificates, and I certify that they have met all the requirements for these awards as specified by the Virginia State Board for Community Colleges. So graduates, you may now be seated and seat until your roll is called forward to come to the stage. We welcome you. You're celebrating your graduate with applause and cheers. And we also ask you to help us ensure we can hear the name of the next graduate called as well. Associate of Science, Science Health Professions Specialization. Avery Alter. Jessica Alvarez. Julia Long. Andrew John McGonigal. Brandon Montez Moreno. Corey Elizabeth Poteet. Autumn Price. Arlie Scott V. Sinab Shawani. Marjorie Stanley. Nathalie Ventura. Victor Angel Navarro. Deanna R. Jones. Lisette Alejandro Reynosa. Kristen Leahy Whiting. Associate of Applied Science in Nursing. Rebecca Atkins. Grace Vanderkamp. Alexandra Nicole Borden. Gabrielle Basilevic. Ashley Brown. Isabel Nicole Karen. Elizabeth Colton. Tammy Krim. Ashley Dean. Timothy Dieter. Jason Dolan. Sydney Eachus. Christine Edmondson. Upuya Funiaso. Yeah. Madison Fuller. Grace Elaine Ganda. Kimberly Gianavola. Anna Goad. Rachel Taylor Graham. Mackenzie Tolliver Haydu. Sharnae Holmes. Cheyenne Hubbard. Samantha Catherine Hunter. Dario Hurtado. Elizabeth Kendrick. Morgan Koval. Tommy K. Lewis. Megan McWelsh. Ashley Malvosa. Ashley Summer McClanahan. Chelsea Lynn McClung. Samantha McCormick. Kaylee Quinn McGranahan. Jacqueline Molman. Caitlin Mounds. Mary Elizabeth Myers. Natasha Peach Nava. Shelby Maria O'Hagan. Casey Marilyn Perez. Carrie Phillips. Laura A. Price. Jate Rector. Paige Renner. Melissa Reyes. Mackenzie Richards. Vanessa Del Carmen Rios. Matthew J. Sheehan. Abigail Smith. Ashley Sullivan. April Thompson. Fallon Weisbrot. Surgical Technology. Christina Clayton. Natalie Christine DeVoe. Haley Farmer. Monique Angelica Gooden. Eula Marfe Gumamat. Brittany Halls. John Medina. Rachel Colleen Phillips. Emily Smoot. Teresa Adeline Ward. Certificate in Practical Nursing. Riley Elizabeth Fleming. Mackenzie Gilkison. Elisa Monique Jackson. Randall James McGee. Alexis Sharp. Jennifer Shank. Micaiah Sokul. Elizabeth Sowers. Allison Stevens. Shelby Marie Wright. Career Study Certificate in Emergency Medical Technician. Ashley Burke. Alexandra Cachu Gonzalez. Rosie Carranza. Thomas Littman. Emily Shell. Cassidy Sparrow. Patient Care Technician. Brianna M. Furr. Kenya Lakeisha Swaby. Brianna Wilhelm. Pre-Allied Health. Tiana Aliyah Goulburn. Sarah Kidd. Nalani Abigail Rodriguez.
Will the graduates please stand? By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Virginia State Board for Community Colleges in the Commonwealth of Virginia, I hereby confer upon you the degree or certificate to which you are entitled and all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining to. So now for the fun part. You may move your tassel from the right to the left to symbolize your graduation status. Congratulations, class of 2024. So you may be seated for just a moment. So at this time and before closing, I'd just like to remind guests that beginning at 4 p.m., the Medical Laboratory Technology Pinning Ceremony will be held on the first floor of our Science and Health Professions building, and if you need directions, our folks in green can direct you that way. That'll be in room 136. The Emergency Medical Technician Coin Ceremony will be held in that same building, the Science and Health Professions building, on the second floor in room 234. The Surgical Technology Pinning Ceremony will be held in our Corin Community Development Center. Again, folks can direct you. And then the Nursing Pinning Ceremony will be held back here in this commencement area. So we will now conclude the graduation ceremony with the exit recessional of those on the platform, followed by our faculty, and then followed by our outstanding graduates. Guests, you're welcome just to stay in your seats until everyone exits, and you can stay here if you'd like until it's time to go to those pinning ceremonies. But thank you all for coming, and congratulations, class of 2024.
It doesn't really mean that I'm into you. Hello, reliable triggers. So I do the deed, get up and be the climber and assist. Yeah. Are you ready for the sequel?